Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to another Raw review. Why do I do this to myself? I'm telling you guys, even watching the YouTube clips, I'm looking on PW Torch once again. You know, and I know most people don't respond to this, but I've mentioned James Caldwell usually does the Raw review. Um, and he didn't do a Raw review this week. It's Wade Keller. Wade Keller used to review every major WWE program, and I guess Caldwell wasn't available this week. And I see uh Wade, who's on Stone Cold's podcast, Wade fucking Keller, probably the only guy who takes a back seat to probably is he's second to Dave Meltzer, for fuck's sake. And he said that this was a decent show. Was it now? Was it a decent show? Okay, so usually I would write this down because sometimes there's lag if I do it this way, but I didn't even feel like writing it down. So we start off with Roman Reigns and Rusev in the Brawl. But before we get to that, we've got Lana with. I can't believe she just starred in a fucking movie because of the acting here. Shut up! Shut up! You go to hell! Yeah, I felt like I was in hell after listening to that fucking voice. For fuck's sakes. What an annoying fucking bitch Lana is. Holy fucking shit. My ears were bleeding. My eyes were bleeding. Everything was bleeding. My ass was bleeding. Everything was bleeding during this segment. Roman Reigns and Rusev brawled. And I don't know. There was a way, like, Roman Reigns said, I'm taking you guys to me with hell. Which means that I'm going to be challenging you to Hell in a Cell. Like, that could have been a cool line if they just moved a few words around. I'm like, are these fucking writers? I was like, they don't have a way with words. They can't be called writers. When you call yourself a writer, that means you have a way with words. If you wrote that line for Roman Reigns, you know, and you could even say that it would sound campy or cliche, but he should have said something along the lines of "I'm taking you to hell, hell in a cell," like that, instead of like doing an explanation of what he meant by that. It was so fucking lame. It's like if you say, I'm going to kick your ass, which means I'm going to beat you up badly. You already know what it means. It doesn't need an explanation. There's a cool way of saying everything in wrestling. When Roman Reigns sounds like a nerd, you've got problems. If Stone Cold sounded like a nerd, if The Rock sounded like a nerd, they would have made $0. And that's what they're making off of Roman Reigns. Because once again, their writing is so horrible, they can't even give him good lines to say. TJ Perkins and Brian Kendrick. They just introduced this guy and he's already losing. That's the rules. The champion has to lose. Now, I like Brian Kendrick. I stated that. I said a long time ago this guy had potential. He had potential to take that character, the Brian Kendrick, certain places. Now he's just a weird guy. But he wins, and he's going to go on to the pay-per-view to face Perkins again, and he's probably going to lose because it's even Stevens booking, guys. And the sad thing is, I'm right. They're not going to give Kendrick the belt. They just gave it to Perkins, so they're going to go back and forth with it. So somebody must have heard me over on WWE.com or, just WWE in general, listening to my Raw review. I said a lot of times they have some good stuff online on their YouTube channel. And I says half that shit, like Heath Slater showing his family. A lot of this stuff could be shown on the main show, and it would end up being better content than what we get for all 3 hours. So we got a sit-down interview with Seth Rollins, but this one was boring. This feud between Rollins and Owens, there should be a lot of controversy. Triple H ran in. He's helping Owens win over Seth, but we're not getting anywhere. I don't feel like the storyline is progressing. Owens is in tag matches. Seth Rollins is not doing fucking anything. He's talking to Stephanie backstage every single week, the same thing. I know it was you. With the story not moving forward to really, solve this mystery already. Should we get Scooby and the gang? I know they're paired up with Scooby and the gang making fucking movies. So why don't they get Scooby and the gang to figure out if Triple H and Stephanie are in cahoots? Or how about this? I've got a clue myself. I don't need no magnifying glass, no notebook to take fucking notes. I'll tell you what, I've got a little clue here. You want to know what it is? I'll tell you. No one gives a fuck! No one cares about this stupid storyline. That's why you're losing ratings out the fucking ass. Get ready for a 1.6, motherfuckers, because no one gives a fuck about the storyline. We all know, obviously, that Stephanie knew about Triple H. It's his fucking wife. Why wouldn't it be? This is the dumbest thing. This is controversy. Oh, Stephanie, if you knew it, if she knew, who the fuck cares? Who gives a fuck? She's a heel anyway. She degrades the talent week after week. So, man, doing this is really fucking annoying. I'll tell you that much. Doing it this way. This is why I like to write it down. Braun Strowman versus Chase Silver. That's the name of the jobber. If I was writing this, I would have wrote fucking jobber. So, Braun Strowman destroys this guy. And then he gets on the mic with Brian Sex Addict, and he says that, if he doesn't get better competition, there won't be a next week. Why wasn't this said like a month ago? He's been doing this shit for 3 months, the same thing. Jobber after jobber, Sin Cara, jobber, Sin Cara. And then, we're at this point. Give the guy a feud, or that's it with Braun Strowman already. I mean, we're going to watch this guy, kill jobbers week after week. The fuck is this? What kind of program are we watching? Where it's almost laughably bad that they fall into a rut. It's just, they could come up with an idea. They're writers. How can they be this strapped for ideas? You've got people on the fucking internet coming up with ideas all the time. I come up with ideas. Ideas are all over the fucking place. Steal them. Go ahead. I beg you. But no, we're not going to do that. And Wade Keller is saying that, he's sort of praising this here, I'm seeing. They should have did this with Luke Harper. What is he, a fucking retard? What is he, a fucking retard? I mean, to praise this shit and say it would be, it's jobber matches. That don't help nobody. Oh, it helps build them up and establish them. Yet we know who he is. Nobody new is watching. Backstage. Nah, I'm not even fucking talking about that shit. So you had, wow. I don't even know what order this happened in. The New Day and Owens and Jericho skit. This fucking shit, You made the list. You made the list. You made the list. Wade Keller says that this is like a masterpiece. You made the list. Holy fuck. You know who's made the list? Fucking WWE has made my fucking shit list with this fucking retarded comedy with New Day. This is genius. How is it genius? How is it good stuff? This is the most awkward, but not awkward in a good way like Louis C.K. style of comedy. This is bad, stupid, just, nonsensical comedy. It's not good. It's not, okay, maybe a couple of people find it funny, but here's the thing. With the ratings, is it really that funny? You find it funny? You got a 1.75? Because I find it fucking hilarious. Hilarious! And you're there fucking, you made the list. Fuck the fucking list. Fuck Jericho. Fuck New Day. This act is old as hell. They're wearing the tag titles for fucking 200 years. What the fuck is going on already? Lose the fucking belts. Lose the list. The fucking list already. I'm getting fucking sick and tired of it already. Backstage, you've got Sheamus and Cesaro. They had an argument. Mick Foley comes in. Mick Foley says he was humbled. Yeah, we kind of saw that by Stephanie McMahon. Titus ONeil says that, he's going to start working on his Titus brand. The Titus brand is going to grow. And then he loses to Sami Zayn. Really? Losing to Sami Zayn. They had this guy, not kind of huge promo, but one of those picture-in-picture promos that I hate, that doesn't get the wrestler any attention, because that means they're too lazy to shoot a full-on promo. This guy, Titus, looks like $1 million, and he's going to lose to a bum like Sami fucking Zayn? Get the fuck out of here with this fucking bullshit. I'm not buying it. And people are like, oh, you're not buying it. But yeah, I'm not fucking buying it. It looks like fucking horse shit. A guy like Sami Zayn is going to beat Titus ONeil. Really? And what alternate reality do I have to twist my brain into different contortions to actually have this be somewhat believable? And why build up Titus ONeil? And Wade Keller is saying that he likes this idea. He says, I like the Titus push as a guy who loses. How is it a push if he's losing all the time? But you kind of enjoy watching him mess things up for himself. I don't. Who out there? No, I want to know in the comments, because Wade Keller knows everything, right? So, who is enjoying this? Mess things up, then keep on obliviously as if he never loses. These are the people that still hang on to WWE and still bite down on this product and not let go. There's nothing good about Titus losing. The guy's charismatic. I said this on this fucking channel for 4 years now. They said Titus ONeil could be in the world title picture if you played your cards right. The guy's got enough charisma. He's got the look. Why not? Go for it. He's got a cool factor. You want an image? He's really good with his kids. He got voted Father of the Year. Why not go for it? Good role model. You know what I'm saying? Face, heel, doesn't matter. Fucking do something with them. Oh, they do something with him, all right. Nothing. That's what they do with him. And he's going to lose to Sami Zayn. Yeah, so. Who you got here? Oh, Gallows and Anderson defeated Golden Truth. So Golden Truth just comes out of fucking nowhere. They just come out of fucking nowhere. Oh, we've got another tag team. Throw them out there. Lose to Gallows and Anderson. I don't care what Michael Cole says. Once again, Wade Keller is praising it. I don't care if Michael Cole says he believes, what Michael Cole is saying, that it's, you know, fun and games are over. They lost to New Day like 15 fucking times in a row. Oh, they almost won it. Oh, they almost won it. They didn't win it. All right? So they've lost all credibility. They're the challengers. They kept having it was okay if it was like one or two matches, but it was like 7, 8 matches. And sometimes they even lost to them on Raw, like in non-title matches, for fuck's sakes. And then they're going to go on and probably have another title match at Hell in a Cell. Why? Because it's the only tag team that, well, they don't have any credibility, but that actually like almost beat New Day. Ain't gonna be Golden Truth. It ain't gonna be the Shining Stars, for fuck's sakes. Backstage, Jericho is arguing with Ashton Kutcher. How did they get to this point? Because Jericho mispronounced Ashton Kutcher's name. He called it Ashton Kutcher, making a stupid fucking reference, and a stupid promo on a lame ass fucking show. Uh, and Ashton Kutcher shows up. Oh, if you think the ratings are going up there, first of all, Ashton Kutcher hasn't done anything in fucking years since Punk, since that 70s show. That shit's been off the air for over a decade. So he's irrelevant. Irrelevant, motherfuckers. Isn't that what Jericho said in the first place? Didn't he say like he was irrelevant or something? I don't even fucking know. I don't care at this point. When the ratings are this low and the product is this shit, I'm not in the mood to see Ashton Kutcher. For fuck's sakes. Again, unfunny comedy. Nothing's funny about it. Then they put Enzo and Big Cass with the breast cancer survivors. You know, it's like, this is such a corny, cheesy segment. We already know about Susan G. Komen. They've had some weird dealings, money laundering. The money is not going to the right places. It's not going to help people fight cancer a lot of the time. Some of it, but a lot of it is going offshores. You can look it up. Easy Google search, guys. I don't mean to get like, you know, political on you and do like a newscast here, but you know, to make such a big deal out of them in their you know, in their dealings that are quite illegal, or you know, that's illegal when you're money laundering off of a fucking charity. So with this being public knowledge because it's on the fucking net from hundreds of websites, I don't think that they should be affiliated with them anymore. But WWE is politically correct, and you know how politically correct people are. They like to ignore facts. So they're ignoring the fact that this is not a good company to get behind. WWE also has this past. McMahon mocked another guy with Bell's palsy several times, actually. And this is a man who, quite frankly, doesn't give a fuck about anybody, meaning Vince McMahon, and he wants to get behind Susan G. Komen, you know, for the sake of looking good. You know, it's not like this is a genuine, caring individual. He's shown many times that he's not very good with his employees, many times. And the fact that he would take his most prized commentator, fire him when he's sick, when he has Bell's palsy, and then make fun of him on different occasions. You know, and seeing Enzo and Cass relegated to this role of palling around with cancer survivors. Nothing against the ladies. You know, it's a great thing to beat cancer. You know, my great grandmother, she died when my father was, my grandmother, my great grandmother, my grandmother on my dad's side, she died when he was 13, like right before his 13th birthday. She passed away from breast cancer. So, you know, it's not a happy topic. And so when someone survives, it's a good thing. But it has no place on a fucking wrestling show. not to sound like an asshole or anything, but hey, let's face it, at this point, everybody thinks I'm an asshole here in the YWC for telling the truth. New Day defeated Jericho and Kevin Owens. So, technically, once again, Kevin Owens has lost. He has lost another match. Jericho's lost a match, and there were rumors that Jericho was going to win the Universal Championship sometime soon. Okay, if that happened, that would be a fucking disaster. He is in no position to win the Universal title, just like Kevin Owens, a guy doing pretty much nothing. They're tagging, he's the world champion, and they're going for the tag titles for no reason. It's not even like it's against other main eventers. They're going against Enzo and Cass. This is the world champion, guys. The world champion should be involved in epic segments. He should be the centerpiece of the show. Not in these, they did show him sporadically through the show with Ashton Kutcher backstage with Jericho. But does anybody realize this, that they're not going anywhere with the Seth Rollins Kevin Owens storyline? I keep fucking saying this over and over, but I don't know. I guess people like it because they like Owens and they like Rollins. Well, I like those guys too, but let's call a spade a spade. The storyline ain't going anywhere. It's not a good storyline. They're doing nothing with it. Why are they going for the tag titles with New Day? Isn't that Gallo and Anderson's place? Where are they? They're going to be the contenders for the tag titles, right? For the fucking 90th time. So, why are Kevin Owens and Jericho demanding a tag title shot here? Makes no fucking sense to me. Just like everything else on the fucking show. So backstage, what did they have here? Interview with Charlotte. No one gives a fuck. I think Dana got pushed down, got attacked by Bayley. She couldn't take it anymore. Backstage, Seth Rollins confronts Stephanie McMahon. And here's the thing about, Teflon Stephanie, we'll call her. Because you've got Seth Rollins getting the zinger that almost everybody has got on Stephanie. What's the biggest mistake Triple H made besides turning on Seth? Marrying you. Oh, CM Punk only said that 90 times to Triple H, making fun of the marriage with him and Stephanie. Okay. So the funny thing is, it's like it didn't have any effect on Stephanie. Teflon Stephanie. Because the thing is, she's smiling through the whole thing like a fucking maniac, like she's Hillary Clinton. She, exactly like Hillary Clinton. Just a big fucking Joker smile on her fucking face. Unwavering. The woman's getting insulted instead of having a disgusted look like if McMahon was getting insulted. If she wants to be like her dad so much and copy his mannerisms and expressions like she did at one point and do the Vince McMahon voice. Have an offended look on your face. You're smiling when Seth says that to you? Are you showing that every promo a wrestler cuts is a joke? That you're untouchable? Stephanie should be the world fucking champion. She should be Universal Champion. She looks tougher than Kevin Owens. She basically won the argument with Seth with the big goofy smile on her face. Meanwhile, Owens is losing to fucking retards with unicorn horns. Who do you think sounds more like the Universal Champion? Stephanie, who's burying everybody every week, just like her husband. Triple H buried people in the ring. Stephanie buries them on the mic. Go fucking figure. Tony Nese defeated Rich Swann. Should I care? About this cruiserweight division. We've got blue ropes, guys, and a different apron. But every single wrestler does all the moves that all the other wrestlers do. 1,000 swan dives, suicide dives, okay. Cesaro and Sheamus defeated two jobbers. Okay, fantastic. No one gives a fuck. The main event, Charlotte and Sasha Banks. Sasha wins the fucking belt again. So why did Charlotte win it back then? If Sasha was just going to win it. And why does she always lose on pay-per-view, but then win it on Raw like she did last time? What is she only allowed to win titles on Raw? Whatever. That's besides the point. But why? You know, I thought they gave it back to Charlotte because it's too early. Okay, now it's better when the ratings are worse. Now it's time to give Sasha the fucking belt. I mean, Charlotte is a good champion. She's cutting good promo. She was cutting a good promo backstage even. You know, and they just take the belt off of her like that. And for what reason? You know, like, there's no fucking reason behind it. Just, you know, just to give somebody a win. You know, why do they trade the belt off so many times with Charlotte, but New Day doesn't do this? You know, like I don't know. Like, you know, why didn't this happen to pay-per-view? Happens on Raw? I don't know, guys. I didn't want Sasha to fucking win. Quite frankly, you know, Sasha's character, I liked her when I saw her in NXT, but in WWE, like, you know, they're not even doing the boss character really anymore. You know, like, there's no character here. It's just, you know, a girl with different colored hair coming out to the ring and challenging, like Charlotte every week. That's it. You know, basically saying that she's going to win the belt. She's going to win the belt back. It's the same deal every week. Now she wins the belt. Now they're going to wrestle 1,000 more times. You know, throw Bayley into the mix. And there's no other challengers here. Oh, they've got Emma coming back. I saw the video package for that, guys. Emma's coming back, and they're renaming her Emelina. Why? Why? You know, okay, Emma's got a nice pair of tits on her. We got enough fucking cleavage shots of that. You know, that's all like, oh, guys, here's Emma. She's going to be Emelina. No one is going to give a fuck about Emma and Emelina. This whole glamour thing. Isn't that Eva Marie's gimmick? So they're going to bring Eva Marie back on SmackDown. And it's going to be the same fucking deal. They're going to have two characters with the same thing. With, you know, because they say Emma's going to have, you know, having a makeover into Emelina. This sounds like an Eva Marie thing, to be quite honest. I mean, it is. This is Eva Marie's character. You know, the whole, like, glamour thing, and they're going to use it on Emma. I don't know, guys. Wade Keller says this show, you know, was a mix of, you know, good and bad. I found it to be a mix of all bad. Nothing compelling, nothing good. Some people are going to be excited about Sasha winning the belt. She did that 2 months ago. She lost it at total random back to Charlotte, and then Charlotte loses it back to Sasha again. There you go. There's your fucking Raw. It's like it's a waste of time. Everything on this show is just random. No lead up to it. There you go. There's your title change. Move on to the next thing. Rollins and Owens have a storyline, supposedly have a feud. It goes fucking nowhere. Stephanie is smiling like a lunatic, you know, when Rollins is trying to be serious and cutting a promo on her. You know, like, this is the show we're supposed to watch? Are we really seriously supposed to be entertained by this show? This is supposed to be entertaining. This is not entertaining. This is torture. When you can't even watch the YouTube clips without going on your phone and being fucking bored out of your mind, you know you've got a fucking problem there. Alright, motherfuckers, there's your Raw review. I don't even want to talk about this show anymore. It's so fucking boring. It's so fucking terrible. That's it. That's it.